For today, we'll go into somewhat of a traditional power flow. And so the first round will take some time and about 3 breaths in every first shape to feel the shape, to get our bodies settled into the shape. And then later we'll start to move 1 breath, 1 movement through the dance that we've created then through the sequence. A little bit of focus today on balance and on some strength as well. And we'll start lying down. So when you are ready, come and lie down onto your mat. You might come and lie just flat onto the floor. Maybe soles of the feet together, knees to widen. Or anyone with a bit of a tightness or a soreness through the lower back, maybe set your feet wide to the edges of the mat and let the knees tumble together like I'm doing here. And then bringing 1 hand to your heart and 1 hand to your belly, closing the eyes and taking a moment of stillness here. Just really getting that sense of packing your bags and signing off of whatever you were doing. Embracing these little holidays, little time for you. Or for these minutes that we're moving and breathing, there's nothing else to do, there's nowhere to go. So begin to lengthen and deepen the breath. Feel that through the hand on the belly as it rises on every breath in and falls on every breath out. Feeling that through the full chest and belly, rising on the breath in and falling on the breath out. My more seasoned yogis, if you'd like to bring in your Ujjayi breath, that's that whisper sound on the back of your throat. Sort of a ocean-like sound, definitely breath that is audible to yourself. Taking 3 more breaths here in stillness. Wonderful. Eyes might stay closed, they might open, that's up to you now. Walk your feet a little closer, so hip width apart, and start to move a little side to side. Just finding maybe a few cracks, maybe just a little bit of loosening through the lower back, the middle back, the upper back. Once we found just a little bit of juice flowing, a little bit of lubrication into the especially lower vertebra, then slowly bringing the legs back, feet to the floor, and lift the right leg up to the ceiling. Let's start with a little hamstring stretch. So start to flex your toes to your face. You might have the range to actually grab behind the hamstring and pull the leg in, or that might just be a bit too far away for you, and then you just work your range of flexibility without your hands. So we'll just take 2 breaths here. I want you to think about the heel kicking up to the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are, and toes, even the baby toe, coming to your face. Last round of breath here. Pull in maybe a little bit more, avoiding, as always, sharpness. So really finding a stretch, but no pain. And then walking your hands higher, 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 so much so that we're lifting the shoulders and the maybe shoulder scapula off the floor. Left leg extends forward, now pointing the toes, flatten the lower back in towards the mat, and then see if you can let go. And then we'll hold that. Try and have both legs off the floor. Try and lift a little higher and breathe. And then slowly see if you can change the scissor of the legs. Hold it again, lifting higher if you can without tension through the neck. Always okay to interlace the fingers otherwise. Maybe you can lift Once more, a little higher, and breathing still as we're reaching. Squeeze through those abs. It's okay to shake a little. And coming to lie down, right foot to the floor. It's now the left leg up to the ceiling. And either holding the leg as we're working the hamstring stretch or not. And then really drive the heel up. Feel that way to calf and the Achilles stretch as well, not just the hamstring. 5 toes to face. Breathing here, so important. The hamstring does not want to do anything if we're not breathing. It just locks up even more. 2 breaths to finish. Still that breath traveling all the way down into the abdomen as well as into the chest. And then from there on out, hug the knees into your chest, little circles, little sways. Grabbing underneath your knees and starting to rock forwards and backwards, full length of the spine. No need to rush here. If anything, again, trying to do this without the arms. I always love that little flow where we're not just going up and down for the sake of things, but we're starting to engage some muscles. On your next one, coming up, we are now in boat pose Navasana. Feel free to bring those toes to the floor and then really pop the chest forwards where we have such a long spine here. And if you can, maybe those legs come back to a tabletop. And if you can, let go. Last but not least, if you can, start to kind of cycle through your legs here for 6 and 5, 4, chest forward, 3 and 2 and 1. Let's come to sit up. And so naturally we always have the same leg going forward, and so maybe straight away change that over. Taking some seated cat-cow rounds. So inhale, really open through the heart and the chest. And exhale, big round back. My arms go all the way straight, chin to chest, looking at my belly button. Inhale, lengthen and open. Exhale, round and curl. Feel always continuing your own pace. That cat-cow is one of those things, doesn't matter how it's done, and it doesn't matter what exact movement, but it's just that natural and easy way to start moving with your breath, as well as find some movement through the spine. Final one here, inhale, and exhale. Good, coming all the way upright. Change the lacing of the legs. One more little stretch before we'll pop into our first dog. Bring the right hand down to the floor and the left hand up to the sky. Inhale long through the spine like I'm grabbing someone's hand right at the top. And then exhale over to that right side without it being a forward fold. So your right hand might walk a little further on the floor, maybe even the forearm comes down, but the 2 sit bones need to stay grounded too. Take a big breath into this lengthened space, maybe look up to the ceiling or sky. Coming all the way over, inhale, left hand down, right hand over. And again, find that length without the shoulders wanting to creep up into the neck and the ears. Finding maybe the left hand to walk further away without the right sit bone lifting or the right armpit collapsing forward. Finding reach and lift and length. So one more round of breath. And coming all the way up, always on the inhale. Good, moving forward, coming to your downward facing dog, maybe your first one for today. Take some pedaling through the feet here. Some swaying through the hips, just whatever, and it calls out for you now. You might get a few crackles, you might feel those hamstrings. Again, wake up. And really focus on those sit bones, lifting up to the sky. Grounding in between every single finger into the hands, but also the toes actually. And then finding some stillness in your downward facing dog. Bending the knees maybe ever so slightly to lift the sit bones higher, rib cage to thighs. Slowly shifting forward, high plank. Always a great pose to just get everything switched on. Breathe. And I'd rather have you round through the upper back than fold through the upper back. Shifting forward, inhale, knees down, and exhale, a chaturanga. Elbows brush past the ribcage as we lower down to a little baby cobra. Shoulders down and back. There's actually no weight into my hands. Pressing elbows into the waistline. Press back, downward facing dog. Time to take little steps forward all the way to the top of the mat. Nice and slowly, just exploring our flexibility as it is today without needing to interfere too much. And then shake your head, yes and no. Sway from side to side. This is always that last little bit of yumminess. 1.6 kilos on average our brain is, so let that weigh down a little bit. Let some thoughts pour out like a waterfall and start to engage the abdomen to protect the lower back. Let's curl up to stands on our next breath in, slowly. Tadasana, mountain pose, right at the top of your mat. Let's flow, yogis. Arms rise, inhale, arms up, look up, and exhale, forward fold. Bend through the knees, forehead to knees. Take a halfway lift, hands to shins. Nice and long spine, way towards the toes. Step into your high plank, moving always quietly. Shifting forward to your high plank, feel free to lower those knees again. Exhale, lower down slowly. To your cobra here, shoulders down and back. Always stick with cobra if I've got anyone with a lower back issue or pain or tightness. Downward facing dog, exhale. And take an inhale here, let's straight away step the right foot forward, then left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift once you're there. Exhale, forward fold. Rise this time, arms wide, look up, stretch up, grow tall. To exhale, forward fold. Really start to move with your breath. That might be slower or faster than me. Halfway lift, inhale. Step into your plank, knees down or shift forward. Inhale. To lower down, chaturanga, exhale. Back bend, so sticking with cobra if you need to. Whenever you feel ready for up dog, inner elbows together, thighs, knees lift, look forward. Rolling back, downward facing dog, exhale. Stepping left foot forward now, then right foot forward, halfway lift, inhale. Forward folds, exhale. Rise, arms up, look up, stretch up. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Already it's a little dense. Exhale, step back to plank. There's never that moment of stillness. Inhale, shift forward or come down. Exhale, chaturanga. Back bending, inhale, still movement, still opening. Downward facing dog, exhale. Last sun, inhale, look forward. Maybe a little jump to the top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Rise. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Lift. Inhale. Lengthen. Plank. Exhale. Inhale, modify or shift forward. Exhale just as slowly, still lowering. Cobra, up dog, your back bends. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, 3 breaths here. And so we collected some heat, moving, warming up, but then come back to your breath, please. Long breath all the way, belly, chest. Ujjayi breath, audible breath. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Big toes together to touch. Chair pose. So remember what I said, we have about 3 breaths for that first round. So just see here, come and stand into this strong pose. And we're standing predominantly into the heels and somewhat into the balls of the feet as well, but toes are rather fluffy and light. Take an inhale here. Sit up a little lower, exhale. Then inhale, rise tall, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. You know what to do here. High to low plank, exhale. Back bend of choice, inhale, always point the toes. Downward dog, exhale. Good. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step it all the way forward. Rise up, crescent lunge. Let's sit here for 3 breaths. And so squeezing the glutes, it's okay to bend the back knee here. So just see how that feels and what you need to do. If you can straighten it and you have a long lower back, then feel free to do that. Relax the shoulders. And no crunching into the right toes. Take another big breath in. Maybe there's room to deepen and lower. Exhale. Good. Arms rise. Inhale, maybe look up, open up. Exhale, hands down to the floor. High plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Lots of flow today. Inhale. Back bend, so always feel free to modify. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left side, lift, inhale, keep the hips square. Exhale, step forward quietly. When your feet are in place, rise, crescent lunge. And again, just take a moment. Check maybe even by feeling that those 2 hip bones are shining forward like 2 headlights. And then find your base. Back heel lifts as high as you can. It's almost like you're about to sprint off. Inhale to stay. Maybe lower, exhale. One last breath in. Maybe look up and slightly reach back. Exhale, hands down to the floor. High plank, inhale. Any of your variations for flow are okay. Exhale, lower. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, when you're ready, step or jumpily exhale. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. It's just a 1 breath chair. Inhale, so let's sit low. Exhale, hands down. Halfway lift, inhale. High to low plank. Now at any stage, if you need to skip around the flow, you just wait here in a down dog or even a child's pose, okay? Otherwise you're moving, you're breathing, and otherwise here you're just breathing. And downward dog is our meeting point. Lift the right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Come up, crescent lunge, inhale. Good, come all the way to stand tall, stork pose. Left knee lifts. So if you're a little lost, it's the left knee up, right leg down to the floor. 3 breaths here. Notice if you're starting to fall back. It's a strong standing leg, you're tall, your chin is up as well, no shoulders around you. Take another big breath in. And exhale, shoot the leg back, fly. So we'll combine these 2 here. We're in our flying locust pose, our airplane pose. Hips are square, chest is wide, arms are wide. Breathe, 1 more full round of breath. Inhale, then bend through the front knee, hands down, left foot back, right foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. spacious as always. Down dog, exhale. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step. Rise, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, stalk. And so finding length and space here. Lifting that right knee through the lower abdomen. Strong standing leg, but soft through joint, knee joint. Big lost breath here. And inhale to stay. Exhale, start to fly, airplane. Take your time. Relax your left toes. Right hip in line with the left hip, arms wide, leg a little higher. One more round of breath. Belly in. Inhale, we stay. Exhale, hands down, right foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. One chair pose. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Flat back. Inhale. Dance out the movements. Exhale. It's a little bit like we're moving through honey, so take your time. Inhale, shoulders back. Find the back bend that you like. It feels good. Downward dog. Exhale. Right leg to lift. Inhale. Exhale to step. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Stalk. Exhale. Start to really focus. Inhale, airplane. To exhale, half moon. Right hand down, left hand up. 3 breaths. So trying to find that lift through the leg. Flex your left toes, your floating legs, well, like you're standing on the floor there. Feel free to keep looking to the mat. Maybe for the last breath, you can lift your right hand up. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Back bend, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale to step. Rise, inhale. Stalk, exhale, stand tall. Inhale, airplane, fly. Exhale, half moon, stay. 3 breaths. And so imagine a mirror on the right side now. Your whole front body is visible in the mirror. Flexing the toes. Maybe reaching the right hand. Maybe for the last breath, lift the left. High plank, inhale, always with softness and quietness, return. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend, long hamstrings leaning back. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forward, step or jump. Exhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Remember what I said, exhale high to low plank, or maybe exhale downward facing dog. Inhale, otherwise through the back bend. Exhale, here is where we meet, down dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Rise, high lunge. to stalk, stand tall. Fly, airplane. Half moon. Then bend through the right knee. Can you step your left foot so far back that we end up warrior two? And then adjust your feet a little bit if need to. And so we'll get to that in the next round. 3 breaths, warrior two. So please have your right knee come straight over your second and third toe. That's your front knee. And so you can see your front big toe, but then we look forward over the right middle finger. Breathe here, as ideally one day, this right thigh becomes parallel. Left leg is straight. Toes are a little bit kind of inward facing. Last round of breath. To reverse but stay low, inhale. Cartwheel the hands, exhale. High plank, maybe 3-legged plank, exhale, chaturanga. Back bend of choice, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale, left side, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg, step. Rise, inhale. Stand up, stalk, exhale. Inhale, airplane. Exhale, half moon. Bend through the left knee, step it back. Warrior two. Sit low. 3 breaths. Find that opening to the hip. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Shoulders relaxed, body upright. Sit your very lowest. Reverse, inhale, stay low. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. High plank or 3-legged plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Back bend, inhale. Child's pose, exhale. Now you might be taking a sip of water, you might rest into a child's pose, you might stay even into your dog, your choice. Relax the shoulders though, wherever you are. Maybe a big sigh. And so we've created this flow now. We'll take it a nudge down again. Finding some poses on top of the poses. Some depth. 2 more breaths here. Downward facing dog is where we'll come back to. Take another breath here. Inhale, then look forward. Exhale, step or jump. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. And find our chair pose. Right arm underneath the left arm. Lift up the elbows, set the shoulders down, sit low. Tailbone tucks. Then right over the left thigh. See if you can get those knees going straight forward. Upper body back more. Weight in the heel more. Last breath here. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Flow your flow if you still have energy, right? Always check in. Breath in. Breath out. Right leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, tiger curl. Step it forward. High lunge. Inhale. Good. Holding this shape again. From your high lunge, bring the right hand to your left back leg. So opposite hand to leg. Look up towards the left hand, reaching up, maybe over, sinking the back hand further down. Another round of breath. Think about the heart lifting. Rising all the way up, crescent lunge to stork pose. Left knee lifts. Take a breath here as you bend through the right knee. Left ankle on top of right thigh. Going for a low 4. Come to sit back into the right heel. See how low you can go. Maybe your fingertips can touch the floor. Maybe not. Big hip opening. Flex your left toes. Rise up slowly. Stalk to airplane. Send the left leg back. If you have space in front of you, you might stretch the arms forward for warrior 3 now. One last round of breath here. To half moon. Right hand down, left leg and hands maybe up. For my really flexible people, you might bend your top leg now for Chopasana. Grabbing the ankle and kicking up. These are just optional add-ons, right? And it might just simply not be possible. That's okay. Otherwise, we all come back through to half moon. Lift the right hand, soften through the right knee. All the way, warrior 2. Good, reverse. Inhale. Side angle. Right elbow to right thigh or hand all the way on the inside. Left hand up or a half bind. Breathe. Sitting as low as you can. We work towards this. Now finding lightness and lift from the abdomen to come back. Inhale. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Left leg comes back up to the sky. You might take 3 little hops. Not even need to go high. High plank, maybe 3-legged plank, maybe knees down. Exhale, lower down. To your back bends, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Ooh, one more side, left guys, inhale, look forward. Step or jump. Forward. Flat back, inhale. Every movement with purpose, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Left arm underneath the right arm. Eagle arms. Lifting elbows, shoulders down, upper right back. Left over right thigh. Eagle legs. Knees forward. Sit low. Inhale, chair, stay low. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Flow or straight to your dog, exhale. Best part is that you can inhale, always decide and always change it up. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg to lift, inhale. Tiger curl, so higher lift than to step. Crescent lunge on your lift. Left hand to your right back leg. Right hand lifts up, lengthen up. And with that length reaching behind you, try and lower the left hand more without falling into the lower back. One more round of breath. Rising up, crescent lunge to stalk. front stalk, bending the left knee, right ankle, top of left thigh. Coming to sit back for our hip opener. Lean the spine long so there's no rounding or falling. Weight into the left heel, sit a little lower, maybe fingertips can touch the floor. As long as the spine is long, otherwise just don't do it. One more round of breath. Rising up, stalk to airplane. Shoot the right leg back, the arms long if you have space forward. Make that warrior three. One round of breath. Half moon, left hand down, right hand up. Maybe Chopasana, bending right foot, or right knee really, and grabbing right foot. Wherever you are, make sure the breath is still flowing. Half moon, wherever you are. Step it all the way back, so soft through the left leg as you step back. Warrior two. Reverse inhale, make that beautiful stretch through the fingers to your side angle. Reaching up, over, and if you did a half bind, do that here too. Sit low. Breathe. Push nice and long out of your left shoulder. Then lift out of the abdomen. Inhale, stay low. And exhale, hands down. Left leg shoots back. Maybe 3 little hops. Maybe plank, maybe modified plank, maybe not at all. Lower down. Through the back bend. To downward facing dog. Well done, guys. That is finished. Take a big breath in and a sigh out of your mouth. Look forward and jump to the edges of the mat. Malasana Yogi Squat. Bring the hands together, the thumb center of chest. Long spine. If you still have lots of energy and you know your crow pose, this might be the time where you fly again. But it might be just such a nice time to settle, to cool, and to calm. One more big breath in. Can you press the knees wider and get more of that weight going into the baby toes rather than your big toes? And then with or without the hands, come and sit down. Legs come straight forward for Paschimottanasana, arms up. Bend your knees right if you need to. Grab the baby toes for today, so outsides of your feet. Long spine, inhale, straight or bend legs. Exhale, long spine forward. Breathe, peel the whole outside of your feet into your face. 2 more breaths. Longer and longer through the spine. 1 more breath. Slowly rising up to a tall pose, staff pose. And so really flexing the toes. Your hands might come to the floor, they might not. It's a little bit of arm versus body torso ratio. See if you can sit tall. We are naturally able to sit like this for hours, but for most of us it feels like really hard work. Take 3 breaths here. Imagine someone's pulling you up from the top of your head. Reaching those arms forward. Move forward a little if you need to. To exhale, come down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lie down for a moment. Maybe even have a little movement. Hug the glutes kind of underneath you, the shoulder scapula kind of underneath you, and breathe. Taking a thread the needle from all of the hard work that we've done through the glutes. Right ankle, top of left thigh, stay there, press or grab hamstring or shin. Just 3 breaths only here today. As we let go, slide the right thigh over the left thigh like you have legs fully touching, like you're sitting in a chair. Bring the right arm back underneath the left arm for eagle arms. If that doesn't reach, just grab the shoulders, that's always okay. And then we take 5 crunches. So inhale, see if you can crunch everything together. Exhale, extend it long away from each other. 4 more. Long extension, legs and arm move away from each other. 3, 2, 1 more. Hold for 3 in your extension for 2 and 1. You still have the legs crossed, but the arms going cactus. And then slowly bring your knees to the left side. We have twisted root spine twist here. So knees are to the left side. Try and have the hips still right underneath your spine. So to the middle of your mat. Close your eyes. Breathe, breathe, breathe. But normal, now unmanaged breath. Still the breath. As low in the stomach as possible, though that needs to just become a little bit of a habit. I'll give you 4 breaths of stillness here. Really slow. Slowly coming all the way back up, hips back to the center, right leg to lift. One more time, take that little hamstring stretch. Pull the right foot in, toes flexed. And set the right foot down to the floor. Left ankle, top of right thigh for your thread the needle. Your variation, and only 3 breaths here. Final breath. And let it go of the grip, left over right thigh, all the way now. Left arm underneath the right arm for your eagle arms. And when you're ready, 5 crunches. 2 leg extends and arms extend away from each other. 4, maybe you can lift the tailbone, maybe you'd rather don't. 3, only lengthen as low as you can without it hurting the lower back. 2, you are more than welcome to keep it quite high otherwise. 1 more. Last one will hold for 3, 2, 1. Foot down, right foot that is, arms cactus, knees to right side, twisted roots. And reposition as much as you can those hips on top of each other. This time, 6 breaths in stillness. up through the knees, right foot down, left leg up, flex their toes. One last breath, pull, pull, pull. And then slowly from there on out, extend the legs forward. Savasana. If you'd rather finish with legs up the wall, be my guest. Shoulders down and low, shoulders down and low. And also hug it all together underneath your body. Hand palms facing upwards. Make it smile through the mouth, or kind of that screaming, stretching, so the jaw really softens and relaxes. Maybe a sigh, or even a lion's breath, tongue out of mouth. Coming to absolute stillness, just like we started class. We've come full circle, and we're still on that little holiday. It's time for you. Two and a half minutes together. Rising and falling. Maybe even think every inhale the word let. Exhale, go. Maybe letting go of something in particular. Bend your left foot, your right foot, and gently swaying the legs, not too much, just slowly and just slowly, more of an awakening than energizing. Let your knees tumble to your preferred for its side as you rock up into a little bowl. When you are ready, finding a final seat. Take your time. Once you're in your seat, once again, one hand to your heart and belly. That moment of gratitude, chin down, humble to yourself. Kindness to yourself. Take a shoulder, roll down and back. Namaste.